My motto, if you go to my website, you'll notice that my motto is we rise by lifting others. And I truly do believe that if you're not improving the lives or the life of someone else by your being alive, by your doing something, if you're not improving the life of someone else, that means you're pretty much living your life wrong. If the things that you do on a daily basis are not uplifting someone, making someone else's life better, and we're not just talking about, and by someone, I think we need to qualify that. We're not just talking about people who are your family, okay? Not just your family. If you're not making the lives of people who have who you think have no impact on you, there you go. All right, you're living your life wrong. Character is how you treat someone who is of no benefit or no relation to you. Someone who cannot give you back anything. They can't give you back satisfaction, pride, nothing. That's your character. That's what determines who you are. And that's how you truly make a contribution into the world. Once again, the true mark of a gentleman is someone who puts more into the world than he takes out. The unfortunate part about our society is full of takers. Okay? Our society is full of people who want to know what they can get out of the world, what they can get out of you, what they can get out of the next person. What is it that they can get out of a relationship? What is it that they can get out of a friendship? What is it that they can get out of a job, a career, a business? But if you want to be successful in this life, if you want to rise, try approaching things from the angle of what can I contribute? What is it that I can give? What does this person need? How can I make them better? Once again, we do rise by lifting others. Okay? So the question is, how do you become an asset to the world? And there's 5 basic things you need to look at when you want to become an asset to the world, but even an asset to yourself. These 5 basic things also are, the one basic fact is the fact of business. What problem can I solve in business? When you're going into business, the most successful business doesn't first consider how much money can I make. The most successful business says, what problem can I solve? What issue can I solve? How can I be an asset? When you approach your business, your life from that angle, you will find that things become easier, and still character factors in, but your life becomes easier. And there's 5 basic ways to become an asset. Number 1, be an encouraging person. Encourage people to do better. Okay? The world is full of people who criticize, who tear people down. The world needs people who can encourage people to be their better selves. The world needs people to tell people, you can do better than that. The world needs people who are going to inspire people to do better. Sometimes you may not be able to actually tell people themselves, but you can live by example. You can be an inspiration. You can be an encourager without saying a word sometimes. Everybody's not going to be the person who's going to be in the forefront, but you can be an encourager by the way you act, by the things you do, by how you carry yourself, your demeanor, your energy that you bring to life. You can be an encourager. That's one of the first things, because that's one of the ways that people, people don't see you, they don't really know you, but you can be that. You can be an encourager, inspirational in just how you carry yourself. The other thing is be understanding. Be understanding. Be understanding about people's plight. People are quick to judge. Try not to judge so much. Try to understand more. It's easy to judge. It's very easy to judge. It's very easy to point the finger. But it's a lot harder to understand and to be empathetic, And you can understand, you can be empathetic, but yet you can be firm. Because being understanding and empathetic, I think some people take it the wrong way. And they think that just because I'm understanding means I'm going to accept people for wallowing, in their, in a state that they don't belong. I take the time to understand who you are, why you are, and how you got there. But then I'm going to encourage you to get moving. But in order to encourage somebody, in order to get somebody going, you have to first understand how they got there. You have to have some empathy for how they got there. You have to have some concern about the challenges that they face. And that takes time. It takes compassion. It takes empathy. All those things are part of being understanding. Okay? The third thing that's also very important is you got to share knowledge. A lot of people hoard knowledge. I remember when I first got on social media, people asked me, you're giving away all this stuff for free. It's knowledge. We rise by lifting others. The best teacher learns from their students. The 10,000 hour rule, what a lot of people don't understand about that 10,000 hour rule is that much of mastery comes from sharing. Much of mastery comes from actually talking to people, learning people's experiences, because that's how you get hands-on information about the topic that you're trying to master. Share knowledge. As you share knowledge, you get it back. As you share information, you get it back. And we're living in an amazing time where sharing knowledge is so easy. Click. Thousands of people you can share with. And when you're teaching, sharing, you also have to be willing to receive knowledge, feedback from people. That's how you grow. That's how you become an asset. That's how you keep investing. Because as you invest in people, they invest in you. Be the energy you want to be the energy you want to receive. So as you share knowledge, guess what? Knowledge gets shared back. Even if it's shared back in the point of experience and feedback from the information you gave them. That's learning. That's adding to you, because now you had a theory, you shared your theory, you get back the information to confirm, then you move to your next. That's how we grow. And notice the word there is we. Because as you share knowledge, you grow. As you receive knowledge, you grow again. Okay? Other thing is, stay humble, guys. You never know too much. I always, this older guy says, you talk to older people. I love talking to older people. I love talking with people in general. Some people get to the point where they think they know so much that they don't talk to people. They think that they're so far above that they don't talk to people. And you have to be willing to, once again, be encouraging, be understanding, share. But you have to be able to share information, be understanding to people at all different levels, from your perception above, at your level, and even as what you may see as somebody who may not know as much. Because once again, all those things add to you. All those things grow you. Humility is key. Because sometimes some people get to a point, once again, that they get to a certain level where they don't believe that they can learn anything from certain people. You can always learn from people. You can, worst case scenario, you can learn what not to do. Learning from people who you perceived have failed sometimes are the best people to talk to, because they can tell you where all the holes are. Old saying, you don't learn much from winning. You learn a lot from losing. You want to learn how to be a winner? Talk to some losers. because hopefully they've learned. But even if they haven't learned, you listen to what they did and you know exactly what not to do, who not to be, the steps not to take. But in order to do that, you must be humble enough to be able to receive that information. You must be humble enough to sit down with them. You must be humble enough to put yourself in a position to understand, this one thing. Albert Einstein quote, the thing that I know most is that I know nothing. And once you understand and approach your life from that angle of humility, that you don't know as much as you think you know, and that everything changes, you can always learn. You will keep growing. And as you grow, you will keep being able to be an asset because you'll have more to bring. You will always have more to bring. Okay? And the last but not least is be positive. Be positive. The world is full of negative people as it is. You don't have to join that party. Okay? Be a positive person. But that all goes into everything else. Being an encouraging person, being understanding, sharing information, being humble. Positivity all goes into that. Negativity does nothing for you. It does nothing for anyone. Be positive. Positivity looks for opportunities. Negativity looks for problems, and we get what we focus on. If you keep focusing on problems, you get more problems. You keep focusing on opportunities, guess what? They abound. It's not so much that they weren't there, but you can only focus on so much. Be positive. Let that energy that you want, be the energy you want. Share that energy with people. Be out there. Be encouraging. Lift people up. I can't tell you guys how much you guys mean to me as far as my energy on a daily basis. It's fantastic. But it's because I share a certain energy with you. And so I receive your energy back. Okay? I receive your energy back. I wake up every day and I decide I am going to be the energy I want to receive. I'm going to be that encouraging person. I'm going to be that understanding person. I'm going to be that person who's willing to share. I'm going to be that person that has the humility. I'm going to be that person that is positive. And guess what? I get it back triple from you guys. I get encouragement from you guys. You guys don't even understand how many times especially in the beginning when things were going very slow, that you get that encouraging word from people. People understand. People share with you. People appreciate your positivity. That's how we become assets, guys. That's how you can become an asset. If you're struggling in your life, focus on what it is that you're doing. If you're not making someone else's life better, start doing that. See how your life changes. See how your life changes. That is what will get you over the proverbial hump in your life. Because you'll have a certain amount of satisfaction with the things that you do. You'll build your character. Once again, we do rise by lifting others. Okay? A lot of people want to rise off the backs of others. You get further when you rise by lifting others. You bring people along with you. You push them to new heights that will bring you with them. You want to go fast, you go by yourself. You want to go far? No, you take people with you. And that's how you become an asset. Once again, the true measure of a gentleman is someone who puts more into the world than he takes out. What are you pouring into the world? What have you given the world? What do you have to offer to the world? Think about those 5 things. Encouragement, understanding, knowledge, humility, and positivity. Those are the things you want to give. And the better you give, the better you get.